So tonight we are hosting one of the principalities in the cybersecurity world, like I said, and you just have to be here. If you are not here, you are nowhere. Thank you, Akidele Oluwatobiloba, loud and clear. All right. Please, you can also help us to share this video on your WhatsApp group, on your all the social media platforms where you belong to. Please. All right. All right. This is going to be very, very interesting session. I'm sharing the video, and that's why you're seeing me looking at my screen, at my mobile phone now. Please also do us a favor, share this video with your friends. Let them benefit from this. See, one thing that you need to understand about cyber attack is that a lot of people are vulnerable to cyber attacks. Why? Because so many people don't know the impact of data, and so many people don't know the impact of being careless with your information, your data. And that is why I have expert in the house. She will show her face now by the time I'm introducing her, but I just want you to know that, yes, something is loaded. This woman is loaded. She's loaded. Someone should say with me that she's loaded. She's loaded. So you can't afford to miss this session. If anything wants to disturb you, if it is your mobile phone, as long as that is not the mobile phone that you are using for this program, you can set aside that mobile phone. If it is going to be your TV, please shut down the TV, or you excuse yourself from your television, and then pick your pen and your notebook, because you'll be learning some things from this woman. So tonight, I want you to join me in welcoming Ambassador, and we used to call ourselves Ambassador, especially if you pass through the Personal Branding College. Personal Branding College, all the alumni of Personal Branding College are ambassadors, because we are the brand ambassadors of our brand. So Ambassador Lilian Ijeoma Idowu tonight will be doing justice to this topic, and the topic that we have before us is Outsmart cyber robbery. Outsmart cyber robbery. Outsmart cyber robbery. Ambassador Lilian, good evening. How are you doing? I think you need to unmute yourself.
I'm very well, thank you. Good evening. I'm glad to be here today.
We are super excited to have you live on Taiwo Balogun's show. Yes, this is something that a lot of us have been waiting for. I can see Ambassador Nena, great move. I can see that she's ready. Wow, a lot of our people are ready. They are connecting, even from the class. People are connecting, and I can see that Ambassador Oluwatobiloba is right here, and we are ready to learn. We are ready to learn from this woman. She's loaded. She's loaded. So tonight, we're looking at how you can outsmart cyber robbery and also keep your money safe. How you can do that. And that is why I have gone so far to search for this precious woman, this wonderful woman, to do justice to this topic. And I need to let you know that Ambassador Lilian Ijeoma Idowu is a data analyst, and she's also she is a cybersecurity expert, and she's wearing many hats, many caps. So she'll be telling us more about herself. So tonight, join me in welcoming Ambassador Lilian Ijeoma Idowu to the digital podium. You have the podium, Ambassador.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone, for joining tonight.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad to be here, and I'm so glad to share so that we'll learn how to stay ahead of the criminals in the cyberspace. My name, like you have heard, is Lilian Ijeoma Idowu. I am a data analyst, and also in the field of cybersecurity. I've been working in that field for over 10 years, and I'll be sharing a few things in accordance with the time we have with us, because there won't be time to share so much, but we are going to be picking few things. Some of them we know, some of them we don't know. And there's something I want you to take out today that to look out for. I call it how to maintain a good cyber hygiene, because there are so many things we know that can help us to safeguard ourselves online. But because we don't have good hygiene, we don't even take proper care of them, and we are careless and so on. So it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It will worth your time, and I want you to stay tuned. Thank you.
Wow, this is awesome. You can hear us telling us that there's what is called cyber hygiene. You know, so many people don't understand the power of keeping yourself safe. If you save yourself this stress, you will save yourself a lot, because like she rightly said, she will be sharing some things with us. And I want you to sit back, pick your pen. You can see I have my notebook here. I have my pen here. My pen is here. I'll be writing some things, and I want you to also sit back. And if you have any question, please get ready to drop your question in the chat box or in the comment box, so that I'll be reading it out to our honorable guest lecturer, Ambassador Lilian Ijeoma Idowu. You can see that combination brand is powerful. Ambassador Lilian Ijeoma Idowu. Powerful combination. So right now, let's dive in. Ambassador, can you quickly tell us in brief, what is cyber security?
Okay. To be able to introduce cyber security to us, I want to share this screen, so that it will sink home to every one of us. So many years ago, the battle used to be physical. You know, like armies go to war practically, they carry gun, they kill people. But today, that is getting behind us. Many years ago, we know that when you want to keep your money, you take it into, you put it in a safe or a box, you lock it up, and then you put it in a safe place. Also, you can go to bank. By the time banking was introduced, you can keep your money in the bank for safety. What does the bank need? They will ask you to submit your detail, your home address. They will take your passport, and then very importantly, they will take your signature. What are those things? Those things are means of identification, because when you write a check, they will check whether the signature is on the check matches with the signature that they have. When you come to the bank and you said, I want to collect my money that I kept with you, they will say, okay, we gave you a number when you came. Yes, I have my number. This is my number. They will say, okay, this is, they will say, we also gave you, you gave us your passport. Can we see that means of identification? So before computer, then when computer came, they would look at what they saved in the computer and see if it matches your face. If it matches your face, they will give you your money. They will say, okay, how much do you want to collect? But now we are living in a cyberspace where those things are getting obsolete. Even though in this part of the world, we are still in the stage where we call hybrid. We are still using both sides. So what you now see as cyber security is safeguarding yourself online. Now that I don't need all those to be physically in the bank, or physically when I want to shop from Jumia. How do I keep myself safe to make sure that my identity is not stolen, to make sure that nobody is taking my money? You know, that is what cybersecurity is all about. So it is a very vast topic, but we'll be looking at the places that we have already highlighted earlier. Thank you.
This
And
is
right
awesome.
now, if you can see my screen,
Okay.
what is going on my screen is attack. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can see your screen. Now, can you tell us more about this screen?
Okay, what is going on right now on this screen is a live cyber threat map. Right now, as we are discussing, over 15 million cyber threats are going on all over the world. So you can see them moving from country to country. You can see them moving from within United States. One just went to Thailand right now, another one to Turkey, another one from Russia to United Kingdom, from Hong Kong to Israel, from China to Russia, from Germany to United States, from United States to South Africa. I'm barely trying to keep up with the way it's going.
Now,
so that is what is happening even as we are speaking.
Hold on, ma. I hope our viewers can see this. Someone is saying that there is no audio. I think it's from your end, Mr. Booster Francis Ojuku. Please check your device, check your volume, or you restart your mobile device, please. Yes. Now, for our viewers, you can see the red stuff that is moving. You can see the way the thing is transmitting, connecting from one place to another. That is what Ambassador Lilian is trying to tell us of the cyber security threat that is happening across the globe. So this is not a rocket science. This is not a magic. You know, she's an expert. So she's being practical here. And that's why she's showing us this live and direct. Let me welcome Nkechi. Ambassador Nkechi is also here. Ambassador Nne, Ambassador Akindele Oluwatobiloba. I can also see Thompson Lawyer. Thank you. And also Mr. Francis and Ambassador Lotu Folashade, Ayodeji Oyinbo, and also everyone. Gold is, okay, mine is loud and clear. Someone is saying loud and clear. So right on, Ambassador Lilian. So you are talking, you said safeguarding, cybersecurity simply means safeguarding yourself and your money from cyber attacks. Now, can you tell us in a layman form, what, you know, I realize that there are so many people, even in the city, that still don't understand that there is what is called cyber attack. They don't know that this thing exists. Now, in a layman's form, can you kindly tell us? Because I used to see people that would say, oh, someone called me, someone SMS'd me and asked me to send one document or send one information, and I forwarded it to them. You understand? You know, some of this stuff that they share on WhatsApp, oh, press this link. Can you, is there anything to connect with cyber attack in this form?
Okay, thank you. Exactly. Some of us, once in a while, almost all the time, and it has increased since after COVID. Some of us will receive a text message or phone call telling us that they will give us our account number, give us our BVN, give us all our account detail, and then they will ask us to give them the last 3 digits of the number behind our ATM card that is called CVV. You know, some people will say that is a cyber attack. That is a typical example of a cyber attack to an individual. Another example of a cyber attack is also when somebody also send you a mail and asks you to click a link. We saw a whole lot of this that happened during COVID, when federal government said they were going to be sending money to some people.
Absolutely.
Then the cyber criminals went on rampage. They started sending people messages, click on this place to be able to partake in the federal government's palliative. A lot of people in that process gave out their personal information to this criminal, and they used it to wipe their bank account. Wow. So that is what we are talking about. Cyber threat is real. Cyber attack is real, and it is going to continue. It will keep increasing. According to World Economic Forum, it is one of the top 10 global risks that we are facing in 2020 and beyond. It is going to increase as long as we migrate most of our activities online. Cyber attack will never cease. So cyber attack is not a question of if, it is a question of when. And that is the reason why we all need this kind of education always, so that we can be able to be having information on how to keep ourselves safe, because these guys, they can't stop. That is the business they do.
Wow,
that is the business they do for a living. So the way you prepare and go to your work, go to your business, is the way they sit down, and they are very smart and very intelligent. So we need education to be able to outsmart them.
This is awesome. You just mentioned something that struck or that got my attention. That this is that the way we go out to our daily business or daily activities is the way these guys are waking up, sitting in front of their computer to do cyber attacks. Now, can we now say, or can you open us up to cyber security opportunity in that context? Did you
Please
get that?
Come again. Let me get you.
Now, from what you just said, okay, from what you just said to us now, that the way we are going out for our daily activities or to our daily to our place of work is the way these guys, I mean the cyber criminals or cyber robbers, that's the way they wake up every day to sit on the computer to attack people or attack accounts. Now, in that context, what are the opportunities that surrounds that in the context of, okay, we that have clean mind, that have good mind? Is there any opportunity in the cybersecurity world for us?
Certainly. I was going to go there, but I was trying to see if it is in the scope of our discussion today. Okay. But since you have raised it, certainly there are people that are also called white hat hackers. White hat hackers. And okay, like what is going on our screen right now, it is those people that are sitting down to also find out some of this information and how we can be able to outsmart this guy. They are called white hat hackers. So there's also massive opportunity in cyber security, and it will continue to increase. In fact, according to the World Economic Forum, cyber security is one of the top paid job all over the world. So if you're also trying to get into the IT world, it is also a space. It is also an area that you can look into.
God bless you. Please hold on. Can you repeat that again? I'm happy here. You need to see me. Okay, others cannot see what I'm doing here. I'm doing thumbs ups for you, thumbs up for you. Yeah, she mentioned something that I want you to take cognizance of. She said, cybersecurity is one of the high-paying jobs in the world now. I mentioned this to a group of people that I was speaking to this afternoon in a speaking engagement, and I told them, I said, one of these careers that will make wave between now and the next 20 years is cybersecurity. And she just confirmed that to us now, that it is one of the things that you need. If you're looking into IT, please consider cybersecurity. We are now living in a world where you don't just go to school and study whatever you feel like. Oh, what do you want to study? Computer science. And you go to university to study computer science, and for the whole 4 years, you are not seeing computer. Woman of grace, please. I want you to tell us something. You know, we are looking at how to safeguard our money now. You've mentioned the opportunity. So this is an opportunity. In fact, the opportunity is wide. As time goes on, as we continue this show, we'll be opening you up to opportunities in cybersecurity space that you, or for those that are watching us, you have a sibling, you have a brother, a sister that want to study computer science, or that want to do one or two things in IT. We'll be unveiling some opportunities in cybersecurity for you, and also some areas. Now, how do you think we can safeguard our money from these cyber attacks? Because I realize that a lot of people are careless with their ATM. You know, some people, when they lost their ATM, they feel that, after all, they don't know my code now. Now, is there any threat to that?
Okay. Okay, so yes, there are basic things that we need to do in order to safeguard ourselves on the cyberspace. However, I want everyone to follow me. Let's even get to the roots of this attack. So that we can know some basic things that those people know. When we know some basic things that they know, it's now very easy for us to creatively think of how we can keep ourselves safe from them. So I want to talk about something very important. I started when I was opening by mentioning the fact that initially banks would identify you with your password because you are physical. Bank will identify you with your passport photograph because you are physical. They will identify you with your bank number because you are physical. But these days, what has happened? Our mobile phone, sitting at the comfort of your house, you can pick and transfer money. How do they identify you? Sitting at the comfort of your home, you can use your laptop, you can use your iPad, you can buy anything you want to buy from any part of the world at all. How will they identify you? And I want you to follow the train of thought. So there is something that we call cyber identity. Cyber identity is how you are identified online, how you are identified within the cyberspace. Remember that we said that the cyberspace is it is everywhere. It is more or less like air that you breathe. You know, like it is your ability to interact with people without seeing them physically. We are in cyberspace right now because you are hearing my voice. You are not seeing me. You are seeing me, you can see me also, but you are not seeing me physically. So we are in the cyberspace. It is very important. So for someone to be able to identify you in the cyberspace, certain things are required. That is what we call cyber identity and cyber authentication. Identity answers to who are you? Authentication answers to are you who you said that you are? Let me explain in simple man's term. When you go to your bank now, they give you account number, then they give you ATM card, then they require for you to give them a password, right? With your password, without seeing them, they will be able to know whenever somebody presents that account number online and presents a password that matches the account number, it means that you are the one. That is your identity. Now, on their own part, they will now authenticate you. What does that mean? If your password that you provide matches the one that you give to them, they will be able to say, okay, this is this person. Remember, in the back end of the bank, you are not dealing with a human being. You are dealing with a machine. And that machine has already been programmed. Please, I really want us to follow so that we'll be able to think like the people that want to steal from us. So you are not dealing with Ada, you are not dealing with Lola, you are not dealing with Hawa, you are dealing with a machine. And the only way that this machine can identify you in this particular incident we are talking about is the fact that you are presented the correct bank number and the correct password. When you do that, it will like, okay, it means you are the one. What does this tell you? This tells you that if anybody provides that information, that person will pass for you. I hope we are getting me. Yes. If anybody is able to provide this correct account number and the correct password, then the system automatically regards the person as you, and the system will do exactly what the person asks it to do without minding whether it is you or not. The reason why I am stressing this area is because a lot of us think that password is inconvenient.
Hmm.
A lot of us think that our password is meant to inconvenience us. So what do we need? What do? We joke with it. We choose it at random. And then most times it will backfire. It is proven by research that more than 60% of cyber attack that occur emanates from wrong usage of password. So we are going to be talking about that. I hope we are clear about the cyber identity, about the identity and the authentication. It is very important that we understand it.
Absolutely.
It is very important that we understand it.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. Let me appreciate those that are joining us. Amina Bello, thank you for joining. And I can also see that Ambassador Nnena is asking what they are called. She said they are called white hat hackers. We have red hat hackers. We have black hat hackers. So don't worry, don't mind disturb yourself with all those terminology. Just understand what she just explained now, that your cyber identity and authentication is very, very important. So you need to understand that if you are dealing online, if you are doing, and not that if you are dealing online, everything is now cyber. We are living in a cyber world, and you need to understand the way the cyber robbers think. You need to understand how they think before you can outsmart them. You know, the title of this program that we're looking at is Outsmart Cyber Robbery, how to keep your money safe from them. Thank you, Olusegun Taiwo. So if you have any question in the course of this training or this short training, please, you can drop your question in the chat box, and my honorable guest speaker, honorable guest lecturer will do justice to your question. So, Ambassador Lilian, I hope you have more things that you want to share with us in line after the identity and authentication.
Yes.
All right, right on.
Okay, so let's continue from the, I want you to follow the line of thoughts. Okay, so what cyber robbers do, they try, what they do is they try to steal your identity, what we call impersonation. In many years ago, someone would forge your signature on your check. Somebody will go to your check, forge your signature, cut your check, forge your signature, present it at the bank as if it is from you. And then that is called impersonation. Right now, the person does not need to go to the bank to present your check. All that the person needs to do is to have your identity and your means of authentication. As long as the person has those stuff, then the person can pretend to be you, which is what cyber robbers do. They pretend to be you online by stealing your identity, a terminology that we call identity theft. A terminology that we call identity theft. So technology is meant to give us ease, but it is also meant to, it also comes with a lot of risk. So this leads me to what I call social engineering. Social engineering. Social engineering is a type of cyber attack that that online robbers use. They use it to get your identity from you, unknowingly to you. They will call you on phone. Exactly, you know where we started from. We talked about somebody sending you email, somebody sending you text message, somebody calling you. They will talk to you as if they are calling from your bank. They will tell you your BVN number. They will tell you your bank account number. They will even tell you sometimes your date of birth. And I know someone is going to ask, how do they get all this information? How do they know? Is someone interested to know that? I need to know if someone is interested.
Yes, I'd wanted to ask that question because I've written it down. That what are the ways? How do they steal those identities?
Okay, so these identities, I will take it step by step. I don't know how much time that we have.
Okay.
Now, some of these identities can be gotten from our social media handles, especially Facebook.
Awesome. Awesome. Say that again. Let them hear.
And I'm glad we're on Facebook today. Some of us think that when we are asked for strong password, it is inconveniencing. So what they can quickly think on their head is, let me use my year of birth, 1982. Let me use my husband's date of birth and combine it with my own date of birth, 21st and 25th, so that I will not forget. Let me use my son's date of birth. However, have you considered that all those people that are important to you, their date of birth is also on your Facebook?
Absolutely.
So because it's on your Facebook, if a cyber criminal is determined to attack you, the person sniffs anywhere he can get your information, the person brings it out. Having said that, I will also not rule out the fact that there are some rogue bank staff who also give out such information for a fee. But there is also what we call a black data market. A black data market where data is being sold.
Say that again.
Some
please,
sell
please.
it because they want to use it for.
Hold on. You know, some of us will be hearing this for the first time. I believe you know what is called black market in Bureau de change. As in, if you want to change money, some people go to bank to change money. Like you want to travel out now, you can buy your dollar in the bank. But when you get to bank, at times they will tell you to go and meet a bookie. And you know, the aboki, you have to go to meet them where they buy and sell. That is what they call the black market. There is also the black market of data black market. Yes. Abby? Hello?
Yes.
So that is what Ambassador Lilian is trying to tell us, that there is a market that is called black market where dubious people or dubious bank officials used to go and sell your data to criminals. So get this, understand that. Right on, Ambassador Lilian.
Okay. So sometimes there's also I don't want to call it a white market. There's also plain market where data can be sold. Sure. Google, for instance, sells data. That is where they make money from. Google sells data. Microsoft sells data. Amazon sells data. Data is the biggest market now. And that is why we say that some of us in the data world, we say that data is the new oil. Data is where the money is. Buying and selling of data is where the money is right now. So what happens in the black market, for instance, is somebody goes to sell some of this data. And then some of these criminals, they buy it and they use it randomly. One of the things they use randomly is our phone numbers. Sometimes they just broadcast these messages as text message. So when you respond, then we know that that number is real.
That the number is existing.
Remember, we are discussing about outsmarting them. And we are saying you need to think like them. When you respond, they know that that number is real. Then they will begin to fire shots. They will begin to fire shots. They will keep on trying. If they try like this, it doesn't work. They will change the way they will do it. They will change the way they will do it until they get something. These people make money always. That's why they are not tired.
Wow.
At that lower level, because we'll also be discussing about the higher level at some other times. They get your email address, they use it to bombard you with mails. They bombard you with mails until you click on something that will make them to either embed something called malware into your phone. We are going to talk about that some other time. That will also help them take information from you. Remember where we started from. It is all about impersonation. It is all about pretending to be you online, because they have your identity and they have your means of authentication.
Wow, thank you so much.
So There's also the high level where they make you get an app online. You see a game, they say it is free. You see top flashlights, you see a lot of things online. They say it is free. You click, then you click. Underline, they have embedded something in your system. To the extent that they can even collect your conversation without you knowing. And then when they start attacking you, they will start sending you information, and then you will basically agree that this is coming from the right source. Remember where we are coming from. Think like them so that you can outsmart them. That is why we are going this deep.
So
they basically do what we call social engineering. They by all means, they use whatever possible means to be able to steal your identity online so that they can impersonate you and get into your money and steal your money.
This is getting interesting. Viewers, I hope you are learning tonight, because I am also adding to my knowledge bank with what I'm hearing tonight. I did some trainings on cybersecurity, but you know, this ambassador is my oga when it comes to cybersecurity. But when it comes to branding, it is well. Okay, let me appreciate Reverend Shola Adebawo all the way from United States of America. I appreciate you, Reverend. Thank you for joining us. I can also see Olusegun Taiwo and Mr. Ambassador. There's another ambassador here, Ambassador Ezekiel Agelega. Thank you for joining us. Then someone is asking a question, Ambassador Lilian. She said, okay, can one be robbed with one's BVN?
Can one be robbed with
someone's BVN, through BVN?
Okay. Basically, it's not supposed to be so.
Okay.
The reason why I say it's not supposed to be so is because, remember, you are dealing with a machine. So at the very minutest point, let us give room for the fact that there can be a malfunctioning that can allow that to happen. But on a very good day, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. But let me tell you also, your BVN is not sacred, though. Don't think that when somebody gives you your BVN, it means the person knows, the person is calling from your bank. No. These days, the criminals also have access to people's BVN.
Really?
Do we have another question so I will know how to proceed?
No question now. I think no question. Ambassador Nkechi, learning very well. Thank you, Oba Lafindara. Okay, Oba Lafindara. Thank you for joining us. All right, so you can ride on, Ambassador Lilian.
Okay, so since today I want us to focus on password.
Okay.
I want us to focus on password as a means. You know, like you need password all the time. Your email address, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your bank, anywhere and everywhere you go to, they collect you are asked to provide a password. And remember where we started from. That is the means of identification. Anybody, you know, like in the physical, we have so many Lilians, and we can have some Lilian that can match exactly my name. However, it is your password that will distinguish you from another person. So what does that tell us? We should stop taking our password light. So I'm going to be sharing with us quickly. I don't know how much time we have, Sabel. I want to share with us
common mistakes
that people make. How many minutes?
16.
Okay, I want to quickly share with us common mistakes that people make on password and what people should do going forward. You know, from now, your password is your defense. Your password is you. Your password is you online. So let me go ahead and some common mistakes that people make online in the use of password.
Okay.
First, I have mentioned it already. People look for convenience. They look for convenience. So they use commonly known things, their husband's name, their birth date, their year of birth. If it is white people, they will use the name of their pets. I know we don't do pets here, so I'm trying to use the real things that we have here. So, and I'm saying that somebody who really wants to steal your identity can easily get this information. They can easily get it from your Facebook. They can easily get it. Some of us sometimes used to take picture in front of our house and it's showing the number of our street, the number of our house. We might think it is nothing. You are just taking picture, but a criminal knows it is not nothing. No. A criminal knows it is an important information. Then some of us also make the mistake of using short password. Some of us use short password. Some of us use short password. You know, and that is why most application now we ask you, that we force you to make your password to be longer. The truth is, the longer your password, the stronger your password. So these days, we encourage people to use what we call passphrase or pass sentence instead of password. But break that word down, you will see. Password, the word that enables you to pass.
This one is clear enough. But I want to ask a question, because I had an encounter with Bank of America when I went to open an account with them. And, you know, they now told me to download their app on my mobile device. And as I was trying to register, I said, can I use a special character? They said, no space, no special character, but capital letter is allowed. So I was wondering why. Because for me, I used to use special characters include in my password. You understand? So is it that it is all some application or some apps do not allow you to use special character?
Yes, it depends on the app, but standard, it is wrong. It is wrong. A standard password should have lower key, upper key, figures, and special character.
Okay.
I want to take that again. A standard password must include lower key, upper key, characters, then numbers, and then special character. So an application that does not pass this test, it is not standard. It is not standard, because if somebody decides to brute force you, the person, if you are using only characters, it is easier for the person to be able to brute force you. What do I mean by brute force? Brute force is, you know, like that, to avoid brute force attack. What many applications, including our bank apps and most of our devices, when you supply a password more than 3 times, it locks you out. It locks you out because given enough time, the person can be able to guess your password correctly. So if you, even by yourself, if you supply a password that is wrong more than 3 times, it locks you out. It is a way of that application checking that this person may not be the right person. If it is the right person, why will you, for 3 times, guess your password wrongly? I know some of us, when such things happen, we get irritated. Actually, it is for your own good. So there are free softwares online where somebody can type a combination of your first name and your last name, and the person will have thousands of combination of your first name and last name that can be used as your password, and the person can use it to attack you. Keep on checking which one will go. There are softwares that make these things to happen in minutes. In minutes, the person has checked you out, like using thousands of passwords that could be a combination of your first name and your last name, or your husband's name and your name, or any of your children's name. That is why we are saying don't use them. And that is why we are saying add special character, add numbers. When you do those ones, it's not easy for the person to brute force you like that. Okay. So remember, your password must have uppercase letter, lowercase letter, special character, and numbers. And then it is better, instead of you to use password, use passphrase or use past sentence. What is past sentence? Past sentence is for if my best food is amala. If my best food is amala and ewedu, and I like amala and ewedu, I can use it as my password. For instance, this is very important. I need you to listen to me very clearly. Okay. You can use I love amara and ewedu as your password. Then what do you now do? If it is me, I will begin to combine. You remember, we are trying to outsmart the criminals. Since they have all those things, we are trying to outsmart them. I will now come and say for I, instead of using letter I will use number 1. Are you getting something?
Yes.
Are you getting something?
Absolutely.
Instead of using letter I will use 1. These things is so that you will not forget.
Okay.
Then I will go ahead. I can now give space. Some application does not take space. If space is not allowed, I can go ahead and use an underscore or dash. Okay. Or now you have entered a special character. Then you use, if I come to love, I will decide that all my love is going to be capital. So that I will forget. I will now use love, all the love, capital. However, wherever there is O, I will use number 0. Wherever there is S, I can use number 5.
Okay.
Are you with me? I don't know if people are getting what I'm saying.
Yes, they are getting.
So you can use number 5. That way you have a very, very strong password that is very, very, very difficult for people to be able to guess online.
This is very interesting.
And also easy for you to remember.
This is getting interesting, Ambassador Lilian. In fact, I am sure we cannot exhaust all that you have for us tonight because you are loaded. I know that you are loaded, and you can never be loaded and not be needed. Once you are show me a woman that is loaded like Ambassador Lilian. I will show you a woman that is needed. So someone is asking a question here. Please, I want to know if it is right to fill out one's BVN in any form outside banking transactions. I don't think it's normal.
Okay, so outside your banking transaction, what does somebody want to do with your BVN?
I wonder.
You should always think. Outside your bank, even your bank cannot ask for your BVN.
Absolutely.
Even your bank cannot ask for your BVN. They already have it in their information. So most times, yes, there are some applications that you must, in Nigeria. BVN is the simple way of. BVN is what our government was using to solve Nigerian problem. It is not something that has been used to solve global problem.
But just Nigerians problem.
They were trying to stop people from having multiple account number where they will go to this bank and take loan, go to that bank and do something. So they try to have one number that no matter what you do, every bank will be able to see who you are in Access Bank, what you have done in UBA. So if you have loan that you have not paid in UBA and you go to Zenith to collect another loan, Zenith will tell you, no, you are owing UBA. Go and pay them before we can give you loan. That is the basic thing that BVN is. It is a unique identifier, yes, but it does not take the place of your account number and your password. So people shouldn't ask for such information. Your banks have it already.
Okay. Thank you, Ambassador Nkechi. Thank you for joining us. Those are wonderful password setting tips. Yes, I have also learned some things in that area. Now, Mr. Booster Francis Ojuku, what is wrong? It keeps repeating. What if they try to steal your identity and it will stop? Mr. Francis, we don't understand your question. Please, can you rephrase it so that we understand what you're trying to say so that we can pass it across to our honorable guest lecturer. Ambassador Lilian, I want to appreciate you for this wonderful work, wonderful job, wonderful presentation. They said it's not presentation, that it is presentation. So I want to appreciate you for this wonderful presentation and also for taking time to dish out all that you've dished out tonight. And like she mentioned, we'll have other series that will be coming up in the nearest future, very, very shortly. And I need you to also understand that Ambassador Lilian will be launching a show very soon, Data Culture with Lilian. Am I right? I don't expose you tonight.
Yes, thank you.
I don't expose you tonight. You have nowhere to run to. You just have to start. So she'll be rolling our show live and direct on the social media. So I want you to please follow her. Please, can we have your contact details before we wrap up tonight? We have 3 minutes to wrap up, but we have a lot to cover. There's no time to do that tonight. But as time goes on, I will be bringing that up on my show. And I have a lot of gifted people around me. Oh, this is another ambassador Ezekiel. Wonderful cybersecurity tips. Thank you, ma. Okay, so let's have your contact details, and then let's know what you are apart from. I know you are into consulting in the area of data and also cybersecurity. If there's other things that you want our viewers to know about you, as in, business connection now, let us know so that we can connect with you. If you do training too, let's know if it is something we can link up.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
My wonderful host. Thank you for this platform. Data Culture with Lilian will actually be taking off next week, Saturday.
Wow.
So
let me give you
my Facebook,
there's no effect
Lilian
on my
Ijeoma.
Hold on. There's no
Facebook.
effect. There's no, all this beat sound effect on mixer. I don't have it here. That we'll just do. Let's play some beat for her. Bam. So next week, Saturday, I want you to connect with her on your social media, on your Facebook. Give us your Facebook handle. Let's know so that we can connect with you.
Okay, so Facebook, Lilian Ijeoma Idowu.
Okay.
On Twitter and on Instagram at Lilian_Idowu.
Wow.
On Twitter and on Instagram, the flyers will be out during the week and all the information we need. In that platform, we are going to be sharing about data, the opportunities you have, even as an individual or as organization, how you can safeguard your data, if you want to take courses, and data is what you hear everywhere all over the world. If you want to take that path as a career path, then if you want what you can do with the data you collect in your businesses, the data you need to collect in your businesses, what you can do with them and how it can help you make profit, and so much, and that we are going to be talking about on this platform today. Lastly, I want us to know, we started with the kind of way that the robbers think, and we say they send you mail, they send you messages, they call you on phone, and they use what we call social engineering to get your information so that they can impersonate you online. And we are saying today, you have learned about your identity online, you have learned about your authentication, and we took on password as one of the ways that you can authenticate yourself. Of course, there are other ways, like multiple factor authentication, what you have, who you are, that is your fingerprint, and maybe your ATM card or your token as your bank will give you. All those things are meant to safeguard you. Let them stop irritating you when you are asked to enter a powerful password. Let it not be, they are trying to help you, they are not trying to discomfort you. Approach it that way, because the criminal know that people like ease, so they always go for the low-hanging fruits, those that do not have enough protection online. So I will encourage, lastly, I want to share with us a website that I want you to go to. Let me share my screen. Let me share my screen right now. This website is www.security.org.
Okay.
How secure is my website? How secure is my password? I want to enter the password. I want to enter my name, my first name and my last name, Lilian Ijeoma, as my password. And are you seeing my screen?
Yes.
Are we seeing my screen?
Yes.
Okay, let me enter my name, Lilian Ijeoma. Are you seeing it with Lilian Ijeoma? It will take 1 day for a cyber criminal to crack my password. Do you see the 1 day there? It will take a computer about 1 day to crack my password. If I even enter only Lilian, it will take 11 microseconds. 11 microseconds. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? But let me now enter. I love the way we said it. I want to use one as I give space, and then I will use love, and then I will give another space. I will use capital letter Amala. Can you see? It will take a criminal 63,000 years to crack this password.
Wow.
I want to use this to leave an impression in your heart. Safeguard your password. Think outsmart cyber criminals. Stay safe online. See you in the next edition of Security. I'm glad we have learned today. See you some other time. Keep the question coming. If you leave it in your comments, I will answer. Go to my Facebook handle, ask your questions, and I will answer. Now you have seen that next time when this program is coming up, you will gather your family and friends. It is an investment in your time. Thank you.
Absolutely. Can we just give it up to Ambassador Lilian? Let's give it up for Ambassador Lilian Ijeoma Idowu. Let's give it up for her. I appreciate her. This is awesome. This is powerful. This is engaging, electrifying. And we appreciate you so much for doing this tonight. And you can see that she wrapped up this session with that security.org, which is a powerful one. And we can see a lot of accolades online. Ambassador Lilian, Ambassador Nkechi, Ambassador Olotu, they are giving it up to you. that yes, you have performed wonderfully well. So Ambassador Inena, Ambassador Lutu, Ambassador Nkechi, get ready for your session. I'm going to host you guys on my show. You just I gave you a week notice or 3 days. I just decided to fly. I said we are hosting this program on Saturday. So you guys should get ready for your session. And I know you are up to the task. You are ready. You are loaded to deliver. And I pray for you that God will continue to use you to the glory of his name, in the name of Jesus. So this woman of grace is also a daughter of Zion. She's a daughter of God, and she's loaded. She loves God with her heart. And I want you to understand that every child of God is gifted. Every child of God carries the DNA of God. So if you carry the DNA of God, then you are carrying the creativity gene in you. So you should be creative. And that is why we are hosting this type of program. That's why you are seeing what you're seeing tonight. And like I said, Ambassador Lilian is an alumni of my college, Personal Branding College. So that is why you see we are using ambassador. We don't call ourselves anyhow. We are great ambassadors of our brand. And for this, on this note, I want to appreciate you so much for giving us your time to learn from you. And Tessie Chinonso is saying, wonderful. God bless you. Thank you, Tessie. So I appreciate all of you for joining us. I want to allow my guests to bounce out of the studio right now. I appreciate you so much. So by the grace of God, next week is going to be another show. I'll be bringing up another person who is also an alumni of the Personal Branding College. And then, you know, I have a lot of coaching clients, a lot of coaching clients. I don't call them students. They are not my students. They are my coaching clients that are loaded. And when I see that you have something to offer, I package you and bring you up and host you on my show so that you can, you know, spread your message to the world. And you never can tell. Last week I hosted one of the ambassadors, and on the show, someone asked, "Can you please mentor me on how to on the cooking business or food business?" I said, why not connect? You guys should connect together, and they connected, and you know, business has started. So thank you so much, Ambassador Lilian. We appreciate you and appreciate everyone that joined this program tonight. Thank you so much, Mrs. Okwemuti. God bless you. Thank you so much. So best regards to your family. We love you with the love of Christ.
Bye. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
everyone that showed up. Thank you. Bye.
God bless you. Okay, bye-bye. So thank you and do have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.